Hello friends, a very warm welcome to Family Recipe Girl. Today let's learn how to make everybody's favorite donuts. Yes, donuts can be made at home, and please stay with me till the end of the video to find out all about donut making. So let's quickly check out the ingredients. I have about 2 cups of maida, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, half a cup of water to make the dough, 3 tablespoons of sugar to feed our 2 teaspoons of yeast, quarter cup of milk. It should be warm and not hot. You should be comfortably able to dip your finger in it. 1.5 tablespoon of butter. I'm using unsalted homemade butter. Donut toppings, I'm going to use some sprinkles, some desiccated coconut, sugar powder, and dark and white chocolate, which we are going to double boil and melt them. I'll show that later in the video. First things first, so this milk is warm now. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of sugar to it. Give it a good mix. Add our yeast and let it ferment. We need to give it a good mix and keep it in a warm place for the yeast to ferment. Mix it really well, and the yeast has to ferment really well before we can use it in the dough. It's well mixed. I'm going to keep it in my OTG for it to ferment for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it is frothy. In the meanwhile, let us add some salt into our dough. That's just 1/8 teaspoon, which is just 1 pinch, not more than that. Mix the salt into the maida, and I have made a well in the center for the yeast to be poured into. You can see that the yeast has froth and really swollen well. Udupi weather, it's really very hot today. It's all cloudy, so the yeast is all beautifully done. Now it's time to incorporate it into our maida. Give it a good mix. The 3 tablespoons of sugar that was added is still not mixed well. It's not dissolved, so I need to mix it well. Yes, 3 tablespoons is needed because it's the donut that we are going to make, which has to be sweet, unlike our breads. So now let's pour it into our maida. All of it goes in. Now mix this very well and make a dough just like the pav dough that I had shown the other day. You can check our link, it's given below. You need to really mix it well. You need to mix it really well and stretch and pull the dough for the gluten to be formed, which helps in keeping the donuts very soft and awesome. Now we can add our water, the half cup of water that we had mentioned in the ingredients. Once the dough comes together like this, you need to put it on a clean kitchen counter and knead it further just like our pav dough. Please check the link, it's given below. You need to follow the same procedure, because once water is added to maida, the gluten swells up and you need to stretch and pull the dough for the gluten to be formed, which helps your donut to get that much better. You need to stretch and pull the dough together. I repeat, you need to stretch it like this and bring it back. Pull it all over again and repeat this till you get a smooth dough. I am going to add about 1.5 tablespoon of butter to this mixture and knead it all over again. Incorporate the butter well into the donut dough. You can now see that the dough is beautifully soft and pliable. At this time you can tuck your dough and put it in a bowl which is greased with oil. I have even applied some oil on top, you can see. Now keep it closed, cover it with a cling wrap or with a cloth and put it in a warm place where the dough can proof. You need to rest this dough for about 1 to 1.5 hours or till the dough doubles in size. Now let us check on our dough. Oh wow, look at that. Udupi weather, and it's fully, kind of up to the brim. Have a look. It's just brimmed over. Now I'm going to punch back the air, excess air, and then knead it for just about 15 to 20 seconds. After kneading again, I have just made it into a loaf like this. I'm going to cut it into two for the ease of handling the dough. And then with one batch of dough, let us make donuts. Roll it out into 3/4 inch thickness. Let it be this thick. Now dough cutters that are available in the market are not so good. So I have something like this, a container which is a little wide mouth, and then I'll be using another cap like this to make the donuts. To make cutting easier, just dip your donut cutter into maida and then simply press it like this. See how beautifully they come out. It is that easy. Again, they have already loosened from the, you can see that it is super easy if you dip the donut cutter in maida. Remove the excess dough. Goes with the small one. Just dip it in maida and in the center just press it, and they are all done. Repeat it with the rest of them. Check out how easy it is to remove. See, it comes out very easily. I have kept a baking tray ready with a butter paper. No, we are not going to bake it, we are going to deep fry it. But for the ease of picking up the donuts from this, I have just kept a butter paper and extend it a little bit out of the tray like this. Tray is here, you extend it a little bit outside so that you can lift it like this and take out the donuts while frying. Just line them beautifully on the baking tray. Be careful not to deflate the dough. Let's repeat with the rest. All the donuts are beautifully done and ready. Now oil brush them. Any oil will do. Gently brush them, do not deflate it. And this is done to let it not dry, otherwise they'll get dry out. All the donuts are oiled. Simply cover them like this and leave it for the final proving, that is 15 minutes. This helps the donut to get very soft and spongy. This dark chocolate or dark compound is not bitter, but it is bittersweet. So I have taken a few pieces just to top our donuts. Let us double boil this. What is double boiling? Keep a vessel with little water, drop the chocolates in a bowl and place it on this vessel in such a way that if the water is boiling also, it should not touch the base of the vessel in which you are going to place your chocolate. With that heat, it's going to melt now. You need to stir it till it melts. The bottom of this glass bowl should not touch the boiling water, otherwise the chocolate will lose its qualities and it's rendered useless. So you can see that it's already melting. As you can see, most of the chocolate has melted. I'm going to put off the gas. It will melt in the heat itself, but keep stirring it. Look at the consistency. We are just going to drizzle this on our donuts, prepared donuts. Keep it aside, let it cool down. Keep it aside, let it cool down. I'm going to microwave my white compound on microwave high for just 30 to 40 seconds or till it melts. See that my white chocolate has also melted. In the remaining heat, the rest of the chunks will get melted. So let's also keep this to cool. Now let's check out on our donuts. Oh wow, look at that. They are all fully bloomed. My pan is already on the gas. The oil is hot. I've kept it on low. Let us fry the donuts now. Just look at that. So beautifully it's puffed up. Do not be tempted to put the flame on high. Let it brown beautifully. The outside will be browned, inside it will be raw. So let it be done on low flame to a beautiful golden brown. Let us repeat with the rest of them. I just dropped the second one. Let us drain it on a kitchen towel. Immediately after putting the donut, you just need to splash some oil on it so that it gets beautifully puffed up like this. And then slowly, gently flip it over and continue to brown them. If you can't handle too many, just fry one donut at a time. Suppose you feel the oil has cooled down, then you can put the flame on medium for a while, then again put it on low and continue with the rest of the batch. All the donuts are ready. Now let us top them with different toppings. Now take one donut, dip it in the dark compound, one side only. Slowly remove it out and keep it as it is. Second one, you can dip it in white chocolate. Again, half side. Because I have the spoon inside, it's not getting fully done. Okay, and just keep it as it is. They will set upon cooling, but if you don't have dark and white chocolate, then you can even use Hershey's or any chocolate syrup, but they won't set. That's the difference. You can top it with anything, but these compounds will set upon standing, whereas those syrups won't set, but they'll be equally tasty. For the third one, you could simply dip it in sugar powder. Let it get coated beautifully. Then simply keep it like that. Top it with sprinkles. The fourth one can be dipped in chocolate syrup. Gently keep it here. You could even alternate them, like dip it in chocolate and top it with white chocolate, or dip it in white chocolate and top it with dark ones, like how I am doing now. No, just go about doing like this, or you could do it this way. All our donuts are done and ready. I'm sure you all loved watching this as much as I loved sharing the recipe with you. The whole process was very interesting for me. I simply love decorating. That's my favorite job. And please go ahead and try this recipe at home. Let us know which is your favorite topping among these. If you have any other suggestion, you could drop a line in the comment section. I'll just show you how it is inside. Have a look. Look at that. So soft and spongy. Better than what we get in the stores. So go ahead and try it, and I'm sure you will love it. The experience as well. It is too good, topping the donuts with all this beautiful chocolate sauce. And do not forget to click pics when you do them and post it for us. Thanks for watching. Happy cooking. Bye bye.